All right, rounding out the monocolors here with red for Strixhaven. First up is Blood Age General. One in red for a 2/2 Spirit Warrior. Tap. Attacking spirits get +1/+0 until end of turn.
Yeah, it's almost strictly a lore hold card, but a decent one, right? Turn your 3/2s to 4/2s, not bad. There's also just like random other spirits, like there's flyers that are just spirits. So yeah, I actually kind of like this card. Just blocks early, closes out the game. Yeah,
Seems like a C plus.
Yeah, so I think still just like a solid C, but yeah, might be even better than that in some decks. All right, next up, first day of class. This is 1 in red for an instant. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it, and it gains haste until end of turn. It has learn. This is one of the odd ones. It's like probably one of the more situational learn cards, where it's like you have to you have to find a weird window to cast it. Yeah, I'm not super into this.
I'm not really into this card.
This one seems bad. This one seems like I'm gonna give this one a D to start. Like, if you want to learn, there's easier ways to learn, basically.
Yeah. D sounds right to me. And yeah, chat's pointing out there's no red 1-drop, and I think that makes sense given that I don't think red white or red blue are particularly aggressive decks.
Yeah, totally.
Illustrious Historian is 1 in red for a 2/1 human shaman, and you can pay 5 to exile it from your graveyard to create a tapped 3/2 red and white spirit creature token.
Sweet.
That is decent.
Yeah, trades off. You can put it in your grave other ways. Pitch it with the thrill possibility card or whatever.
Sure. Yeah, this seems, I don't know. I'm kind of liking C plus here.
Yeah, let's give it a little C plus action. I like it. All right, next up we've got Sudden Breakthrough. This is 1 in red for an instant combat trick. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn, and create a treasure token.
That's not bad. Sure strike with a treasure token.
Yeah, it's just, +2 is going to win most combat.
Yeah, +2 versus +3 and first strike is similar.
Now, it's a little odd because we just said red's not that aggressive, but you're going to find spots where, like, you're going to, like, play this card, and making the treasure is going to be relevant for some amount of your cards. So I think this is a fine card. I'd probably give it, C-.
D plus,
a little bit.
C-.
Yeah.
Dragon's Approach. 2 in a red. Dragon's Approach deals 3 damage to each opponent. You may exile Dragon's Approach and 4 cards named Dragon's Approach from your graveyard. If you do, search your library for a dragon creature card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. And the deck can have any number of cards named Dragon's Approach. This feels like an achievement to unlock, but no.
Yeah, let's just give this an F. Move on with it.
Yeah.
Save everybody some time, basically. Yeah. Next up, we've got Heated Debate. We got 2 in a red.
One more.
Sorry, I skipped one. We've got Enthusiastic Study. This is 2 in a red for an instant. Target creature gets +3/+1 against trample into end of turn. You learn.
I think this is good.
Oh, really? Like this one?
I kind of like this one. Am I not supposed to like this one?
I don't know. It's just 3-mana combat tricks. It was scaring me a little bit, but it is more than that for sure.
Yeah, I remember obviously the 1 mana difference in combat tricks is much more than just 1. We used to have 2 mana +3/+1 scry, and that was pretty good. But yeah, not having aggressive, but learn tacked onto this feels kind of good. Though I guess you set yourself up for potentially you get 2 for 1, and then you don't even get to learn.
Yeah, I think I'm after seeing more of the cards, basically like having them more cemented in my brain. I think I'm standing by my stance of like you probably aren't gonna play the bad learn cards, right? You're just gonna get the good ones.
Yeah,
because there's so many of them. Yeah,
so
I'm gonna give this one like a D plus.
D plus sounds good to me. All right, Heated Debate is 2 in a red for an instant. It can't be countered, and it deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker.
Whew. And as noted by the reminder text here, this includes ward abilities. So you don't have to pay the 3 life. Don't be tricked into playing the 3 life for the mana or whatever.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. This is good. We just had Demon Bolt. This is probably a little bit worse than Demon Bolt. Just Foretell is much better than Can't Be Countered on average, I would say. But still good. Right, kills a lot at instant speed. Love it.
I'd say B-.
Yeah, I give it a B- too. All right, next up we've got Tome Shredder. This is 2 in a red for a hasty 2/2. Exile target instant or sorcery card out of your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on Tome Shredder.
That's a tap ability there.
Yeah, sorry, tap as well.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that's kind of cute.
Yeah. This it grows.
Red white cares about stuff leaving your graveyard.
Yeah. Grows pretty quick.
What's that?
It grows pretty quick.
Grows pretty quick, yeah. If you're doing the spell thing in blue red, yeah, I like it. Maybe it's probably just a C, right?
Yeah, I think still just a C. Also, they couldn't have made this a dog. The joke is dog ate your homework, and they made it a wolf. Come on.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess after M21, no dogs.
Yeah. All right, what do we have next?
Twin Scroll Shaman is 2 and a red for a 1/2 with double strike.
This is oddly placed in this set. Like, this is an aggressive leaning card, and again, maybe there are an aggressive lore hold deck.
Out of the colors that can buff. Like, I mean, I guess white has some ways to buff. No. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into this card.
Yeah, I was probably just a C-. Like, the Knight one from Eldraine, like, that was even just fine, and that had Knight synergies, so...
That card was... Yeah, Raging Redcap was good, I thought.
It was good, but it wasn't, like, all that much better than your average playable.
Yeah, but that had, like non-human synergies and all this stuff.
And Knight synergies, and All right, next up, we've got Fuming Effigy. This is 3 and a red for a 4/3 spirit. Whenever one or more cards leaves your graveyard, Fuming Effigy deals 1 damage to the opponent.
Yeah, has a bit of a 4-drop problem, but also is big and has ways to give your deck reach. Probably still just a C.
Yeah, I think just C. This is like, I'm imagining, we've seen all these lore hold cards, and they kind of just like, it's almost like a boa constrictor. It's like slowly pinging your opponent, strangling them to death with all these like, death by 1,000 needles, as it were, right? Like, there's the uncommon apprentice that like pings your spirits ping, and there's this, and there's chip damage from things. So yeah, all those things come together and slowly kill the opponent.
Pillar Drop Warden is next. This is 3 and a red for a 1/5 with reach. 2 tap sack. Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Sadly, activate only as a sorcery. No blocks.
Ooh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, I didn't notice that part of it. It's still pretty beefy and pretty good. Like, I like this card quite a bit.
Yeah.
So 1/5, that's large. And getting back to your like large Prismari cards, triggers your leave the battlefield or leave the graveyard stuff.
Yeah, I think it's probably just a C still.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's definitely gonna scale with like it's almost like Master Scald in a way, where it's like, oh, the decks that really want this.
How dare you?
No, it's true. No.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Pigment Storm. So this is 3 red for a sorcery. Pigment Storm deals 5 damage to target creature. Excess damage is dealt to that creature's controller instead. So I actually like this one a little more than your average 5 mana.
Yeah, because it's 5 mana, and blue red wants you to have 5 mana stuff, and then make it cheaper.
Yeah, you make this 4 mana a lot of the time. Yeah. The face damage matters, and it's weird. Yeah, it's weird that I like this card, not the black one. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe that's a me problem.
Because you hate 4 mana black removal spells for no reason.
That's true. Fine. It's true. But I think this was okay. I'm gonna give this still a C.
I'm a little optimistic about Pigment Storm. I'm gonna go C+. Excess damage, just copying it, making it cheaper.
Yeah, true.
Deal
4 or 5 for their 1 toughness creature.
Right, yeah. Academic Dispute is our first uncommon. Single red for an instant. Target creature blocks this turn if able. You may have it gain reach until end of turn. And you learn.
It's so weird. Yeah. So usually these cards, they're hard to set up, right? Like, there's some situations where it's like, oh yeah, I really got them on turn 4. It's like, yeah, I made them block. They're tapped out. But a lot of times it's like if you have a 3/3 and they have a 2/2, they can still just block with their 4/4 as well, and your 3/3 dies, right? So it's like, kills an untapped creature. It's still not great. Also, why is this an instant? That's so strange. These effects are like almost exclusively sorceries? I don't know. I think this is fine, right? It's like a cantrippy thing. The effect is not that important, basically, is what I say. So
you can block. It allows you to block their flyer.
That is a great point, actually. Yeah, that is kind of funny. Yeah, I didn't actually notice that. All right.
This is a weird card.
Yeah,
it's probably like a C-.
Yeah, still just a C. I'd give it a C because learn and all that.
But this is in theory, this is not a good learn card, right? Or is it? This effect is not good, right? So by your logic, this is not a good learn card.
I guess the thing that I like this more other than the other learn cards is that it's like you can cast it basically any time and it's 1 mana.
Yeah.
Right. So, all right. Next up, we've got Hall Monitor. What a great name! This is a single red mana for a 1/1 haste. 1 red tap turn creature can't be blocked this turn. This is a red 1-drop.
Yeah, but I don't care. I mean, I don't care about it. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think the red decks are hyper aggressive enough to want this card.
Yeah. This gets.
It seems pretty medium.
This gets like a D for me.
This would be good in a set with a good aggressive deck, and I don't know. Like, again, not saying Laurel can't be aggressive. I just think less often. It's not going to be aggressive all that often, right? So if you're in an aggressive deck, this is like a C. If not, this is like a 0, basically.
Right. Yeah. Got Grinning Ignis next. 2 and a red for a 2/2 elemental. Pay a red. Return it to its owner's hand. Add Wingding red. So 2 colorless and a red mana. Activate only as a sorcery.
Yeah, reprint, baby.
Yeah.
So this is another way for the Prismari deck to cast its giant things, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you happen to get the Mystical Archive Storm cards, this is a way you can storm off. Every red mana is a storm, basically, that you can pay. And that matters. For some percentage of your drafts, it will happen. It's reasonable, right? Like, it can trade off if you needed to. Cast, adds 2 mana, basically. I think as a synergy card, this is like a synergy C+.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Yeah. All right, next up we've got Ingenious Inspiration. So this is 2 and a red for a sorcery. Ingenious Inspiration deals 3 damage to any target, and you learn. Ooh, wow.
This is Igneous Inspiration.
Oh, Igneous, yeah.
This card is
could have been either with the Prismari.
That's right.
Yeah.
This card is really good. Yeah, B+.
B+? Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Start from scratch is your lesson here. 2 and a red for a sorcery. Choose 1. Deal a damage to any target or destroy target artifact.
Yeah, another one that's like narrow, but will have like when it's good, right?
Yeah, I think C+ for me.
Yep, agree.
On this one.
Yep, agree with that. Next up, we've got Mascot Interception. So this is 3 and a red for a sorcery. This spell costs 3 less to cast if it targets a creature token.
Ooh.
Gain control of target creature until on a turn. Untap that creature. It gets +2/+0 and gains haste. So active treason, 4-mana active treason that costs less and gives you a bonus if you have a token. There's like some sack effects, but those are in black mostly, so it's like not gonna happen really. It's just an active treason. Like if you want an active treason in your deck or in your sideboard,
but do you want this card? Do you want that?
That's probably not. Yeah, probably in less decks than normally. So yeah, this is probably like a D.
Yeah, I get D- for me. Storm Kiln Artist, 3 and a red for a 2/2 dwarf shaman, gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control, and has Magecraft make a treasure token.
Ooh, I really like this one.
I do
think
too.
This is quite good. Yeah, this one is just like helps you get your big.
The problem is that this is a 4-mana 2. Like it just comes down so small most of the time.
Yeah, it's not so much it's more of an enchantment, but then it can just be a creature. Like, imagine you cast this, and it's a little slow, but you cast a spell or 2, it becomes a 4/2, it trades off, you still have those treasures, right? And then sometimes you just really go off with it.
Yeah.
I think this was pretty good. I think I'm going to start with this as a C+.
Yep, C+ sounds good to me.
Sweet. All right, and then up next we have Ardent Dust Speaker. So this is 4 and a red for a 3/4. When Ardent Dust Speaker enters the battlefield, attacks, my bad. When Ardent Dust Speaker attacks, you may put an instant or sorcery from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. If you do, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. A little small.
It's a little small for that kind of effect. I agree. It's going to do a lot, like triggering in red-white, triggering like moving, getting a thing out of your graveyard, getting stuff into exile. It's likely you're likely going to be able to, unless it's too expensive spells, you can like play a land and then play the spell that you get off of this. But then you're probably losing your 3/4.
Yeah. I think it's more finicky than.
Yeah, I'd say it's C minus for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a C because it is powerful when it goes off, right? If you like line it up correctly. But it reminds me, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Grotag Night Runner a little bit, right? It's better than that for sure. But
yeah.
It's a little awkward.
Yeah. Explosive welcome, baby. 7 on red for an instant. Deals 5 damage to any target, and then deals 3 damage to any other target, and you add triple red.
Yeah. Big Prismari, baby.
Yeah, big Prismari.
Yeah. That's it.
I don't know what to tell you. Like this is very good. It's similar to the Bookworm. This feels like a. I mean, I think you'd play it in red white, but definitely feels like a blue red card to me.
Yeah, you want to make this cheaper. You don't want to have it, pay full retail for this. So, yeah, I like it. Good to recur. Going to the face twice might just kill them, right? So I give this one like a C plus.
Yeah. I'm going B minus.
Okay, sure.
I think this card's a pull into and a good payoff for the big mana stuff.
Sweet. All right, moving into our rares now. I got Conspiracy Theorist. So it says 1 red for a 2/2. Whenever Conspiracy Theorist attacks, you may pay 1 and discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Whenever you discard 1 or more non-land cards, you may exile 1 of them from your graveyard. If you do, you may cast it this turn. Nice.
Yeah.
This is good. This also works with Learn, right? Where you can like just rummage away something.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. It's just a good 2-drop. It's not like game ending. It's nowhere near like Dragon can Berserker as a 2-drop where it's like I have to kill that something, but they're gonna want to kill this,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's just like a super solid 2-drop. I'd give this like a B minus.
B minus sounds good.
Sweet.
Crackle with Power. Red, and then triple X. Sorcery. Crackle with Power deals 5 times X damage to each of up to X targets. So,
all right, I'll save you the math.
Okay.
It's 5 mana deals 5 to 1 thing. 8 mana deals 10 to 2 things. More mana, 11 mana deals 15 to 3 things. Right?
Yeah. That is
It's good.
That's good.
It's good. You're probably gonna want to cast this for 8 if you can.
Mm-hmm.
10 to the face is going to end the game a lot of the time. So, yeah, imagine copying this card. Is it? Yeah, this card's very good. Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
It's like a B.
B plus.
Yeah, it's like it's 5 mana to the face of a creature. That's like probably a C plus level card. You factor in the fact that like the 8 mana mode is going to be very, very good. That's something else, and you factor in the fact that you can cast expensive spells in the set more often than not.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I give this a B.
Yeah.
All right. And next up, we've got Draconic Intervention. 2 red for a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, exile an instant or sorcery from your graveyard. Draconic Intervention deals X damage to each non-dragon creature. X is the exile card's mana value. If a creature dealt damage this way would die, you exile it instead, and then you exile this card. You can't chain them.
So you're down a card in this exchange, right? You have to. This cost 2 cards. Oh, it's exile from your grave.
It's from your grave. From your grave. Yeah.
Oh boy! That's tough.
It's finicky wrath.
But it makes the spells that you discard to get a treasure better.
True. Yeah.
Because the thing I'm worried about here is like, I can't cast this on 4, can I?
No. You're gonna need to be like, but it's also nice because you can make a modular where like you get to choose exactly how much it X is, right? You can exile the 2 mana thing.
In theory, yeah.
Yeah, I think this one's pretty good. I'd give this one like a B.
Yeah, I'm in for a B here.
Sweet.
Sounds good. Next up is Ifrit Flame Painter. This is 3 red for a 1/4 with double strike. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell be put into your graveyard, exile it instead.
It's fine. Like a 1/4 double strike is okay.
There was a card like this a few years ago.
It's from Hour of Devastation, right? The one with Afflict.
Maybe. Yes.
Yeah, and that was very bad, but it was also like kind of a little bit different. Yeah. I mean, this card's not very good. It's okay. It's never gonna hit them.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Maybe not never, right? Maybe I'm too low on it just because you could pair it with the trick.
Yeah, get your +3, +1 tramplers going.
Trample. Yeah, it's still not great though. It requires some setup. You're not gonna like first pick this very often. I think this is like a C+.
Yeah, I think it's to C personally.
Yeah. Fine, but not that exciting. All right, next up we've got our rare red lesson here. 2 red, Illuminate History. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many cards. If there are 7 or more cards in your grave, create a 3/2 spirit token.
Yes.
Yeah,
I say
nice.
yes.
It's like 3/2. If you have the requisite number of cards, which you'll only want to do when you can go get it.
Yeah.
It's like a 3/2 that cycles some cards in your hand.
Yeah, big Immerse Terminator. This is like a B-.
Yeah, it's like a B-. I think so.
Putting a pretty big premium on cards that are lessons. Ottawa. Retriever Phoenix. This is 3 in a red for a 2/2 flying haste. When it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, you learn. And as long as Retriever Phoenix is in your graveyard, if you would learn, you may instead return Retriever Phoenix to the battlefield.
Yeah, pretty interesting. It's pretty small.
Small.
For its cost. But that's okay because you draw a card, right? Or rummage away card. Yeah, this one's quite nice. Right, it's like this inexorable threat. Gets your lesson.
2/2 flying haste draw card, draw spell. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, no, this is good. This one's good. This is
and
like
then
another.
You can recur it if that's relevant. This is like a B.
Yep, agree.
And then last up, what do we got?
We're ending on kind of a junker. Fervent Mastery, 3 red for sorcery. You may pay 2 red rather than pay the spell's mana cost. If 2 red was paid, an opponent discards any number of cards, then draws that many cards. So they get to cycle away a bunch of cards. Search your library for up to 3 cards, put them into your hand, shuffle, then discard 3 cards at random.
No, thank you.
You don't have to talk about this card for too long. This is like a combo/commander card. This is just an F. Don't put this card in your deck.
Yeah, this is not a good card.
Yep.
All right, that's going to do it for red.